Bruh, Apple just took my last $10. What the f? What's good, YouTube? It's me, Ld.FLEE, and I'm back with another video. Make sure you like, comment, most importantly, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Check out older videos on the channel. Based on the title, you already know what this video is about. I already know why you're here, so I'm not gonna talk your heads off. I'm gonna get right to the point and cut the BS, okay? So, how do you move out of your parents' house? Early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s. I'm 23. I moved out of my parents' house at 23. And I just want to give y'all a quick little backstory, some lore, whatever you want to call it, about my situation that I'm in right now, where I'm able to not live in my parents' crib. I'm not going to say live on my own and thrive and all that. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely difficult, max difficulty. But I don't live with my parents. So, I graduated college. I knew this guy. His name is Eli. You've seen him in videos before, and you'll continue to see him in videos. So, if you don't know who I'm talking about, just go watch some videos and you'll see him. So, I knew Eli for a while since high school, but it was always in passing. We didn't start getting closer until I realized he had a YouTube channel in college. We went to the same college in the same major, and we just started chopping it up about YouTube, and we got a little closer. And as time went on, we graduated college. My parents moved. We live in Jersey, so my parents moved from a very like city-esque, like urban, highly populated area of Jersey to South Jersey, where it's a lot of farmland, a lot of space in between where you need to go. The nearest grocery store is probably 20 minutes away, 15, 20 minutes there and back, which is insane. And it just wasn't like, it wasn't what I was used to, nor was it like a prime area of Jersey, because everybody in Jersey lives either in Central Jersey or up north. South Jersey is just for like going to Philly, realistically. And that area, I didn't really like that area. It was costing me a lot of money to drive to where I needed to go, because a lot of my life was still where my parents moved from, and so was theirs, which I don't know why. I don't know why. I can't explain to you why parents do what they do. So they were driving back and forth like an hour apart from South Jersey to where they're coming from, because their whole lives were still from where they were coming from. Like, yeah, the house was better, but it was just inconvenient, and it cost a lot of money to just get stuff done. So I was paying as much money as I would be paying renting somewhere else out where I want to be, living with my parents. Like, I was literally paying $80 to $100 for gas every week, my guy, because I had to drive back and forth from work, or like if I had to hang out with friends or like do something or like get a haircut and stuff like that, I had to drive to where I'm coming from, because I could not find like substitutes or like workarounds in South Jersey all the time. Like, it was just crazy. So I'll be paying $80 to $100 every week for gas. Bro, I had to get oil changes almost like every month, every 2 months. Like, I had to get oil changes frequently. Like, bro, I'll get an oil change, and then by like 2-3 weeks, I'll need another oil change. It was ridiculous. So that gas, plus like I'm going to the gym, and like I'm just all over Jersey. It was costing me a lot of money, and I didn't even like the area. So it was just, I had to leave. I was miserable. I wasn't happy. So I had to leave. So I ended up, me and Eli were just talking back and forth. And long story short, we were able to secure a crib together. We've been talking about it for a while, but me, him, and his brother got a crib together. And now we are on our own. We don't live with our parents. I don't want to get into details about everything else, but that's a long story short, because I didn't want to go on and on. Because you're here to learn how to move out. So yeah, I live with Eli and his brother. We have our own place. We pay rent. The rent isn't extremely high, which is great, and I'm very thankful for that. Thank God for that. Thank Eli and whatever, because it's not very high between the three of us. So that is my first thing I want to get into about moving out of your parents' crib. Do you have the resources and the money to move out on your own, or are you going to need roommates? Nothing is wrong with roommates, and do not let anybody gaslight you or tell you that having roommates at an early age, even if you're 30 or 30, like in your mid 30s, because everybody develops differently, everybody has a different story. There's nothing wrong with having roommates, especially if they're like close family that you're close with and that you love, or like close friends. Like, there's nothing wrong with having roommates. Do not let anybody gaslight you or tell you that having roommates is wrong, especially in today's time, today's day and age, where living in America is crazy expensive. Like, having roommates cuts down the cost of a lot of things, but you have to find the right roommates and who you're gonna room with. Don't just room with anybody, because it can either benefit you or it can really hurt you. You know what I'm saying? So make sure they're clean, they pay on time, or y'all figure out the finances and stuff, and they're people that you trust and that you can live with and be around 24/7. You know what I'm saying? But nothing is wrong with having roommates. If you want to live on your own, it's going to be a lot harder because you're paying the rent by yourself. You're paying everything by yourself. So you need to have the proper income. And that is what I'm going to get into now. Living on your own and moving out of your parents' crib is no joke. Like, it is no joke. It's really, like, y'all think it's going to be easy or it's going to be a dream. Oh, I can invite women over. I can invite whoever I want over. I can throw parties. No, you're going to be working so you can pay your bills and have a roof over your head. Your parents are not going to be, when you move out, your parents are, I don't know everybody's parents or their situation, but you're going to be on your own for the most part. So you must have the money to not only pay your rent, but pay your utilities, your car note if you have a car, or you're paying for a car note, insurance. These are all, like, those are all major bills that take up a good chunk of your money. However much money you're making, it takes up a good chunk. Plus groceries and whatever else you want to do, like going out to eat, buying new clothes, or buying something, like just enjoying yourself. It's gonna be a lot harder because you're paying all of this plus living, like you're living on your own, paying all of this plus other bills that you have, Netflix, gas. Like, it's hard. So you have to keep all that in mind when you want to move out and have the proper money. I think you should have at least like thousands saved up for when you want to move out your crib, bro. Like, you not even think. You have to have thousands saved up for when you want to move out your crib. Because this is my next point. You have to have thousands upon thousands saved up, because if you want to move out into like an apartment or somewhere official, they're gonna ask for a security deposit, or you have at least a couple months of rent saved up, and rent is expensive, bro. It's like 1,700 to 2,000 to even like 200, 2,500. Like, it's a lot. And those are just like some baseline prices. It could be much higher or much more expensive. So you're gonna need months upon months saved up, and they're gonna ask for that as a requirement when you're putting in the application to rent out a space for you to live or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna ask for that. They're gonna ask for your credit score. So if you don't have a credit score or any credit history, or it's bad, you're not gonna get the place, or like you're very limited to where you can now go to look for a place to live. And you don't want to get somebody to sign for you, because that could really mess you up or mess up their credit, or like get you in a lot of like legal trouble or whatever, because like it's just a lot to get somebody to do it for you if they don't live there, or like they live there, and like a lot of stuff can happen when it's not under your name, or like somebody signing it for you, or somebody signing it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. So you're gonna need a good credit score. You're gonna need thousands upon thousands saved up, because they might ask for a deposit, and you have a couple months of rent already on hand. And then you're gonna need furniture. Like, a lot of these places aren't fully furnished. You're gonna need a bed. You're gonna need a TV. Like, all of this costs money. So like, even having 10,000 saved up is not enough. Like, it's expensive. So you got to think about all this stuff when you want to move out of your parents' crib. It's a lot of pros and it's a lot of cons, but it's hard. It literally puts you go from the game being on like medium or even easy to it being on like veteran to like really hard. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot. So you got to think about all this stuff when you're ready to move out your parents' crib. And yeah, I know that living with family or like everybody's at home situation isn't the best, or they're ready to move on and grow up or like just open that next chapter in life. But you need to think about all this stuff, especially when you're like young and like in your 20s, your early 20s, you're just graduating college or you're just figuring out your way around the world. Like, these are all things you have to think about. And I'm not saying that it's this way for everybody or everybody has to follow a certain way or a certain path, but it's definitely like this is for the general public or like general information that you need to have when you want to move out of your parents' crib or when it's that time. For me, it was a lot different than a lot of people's paths and journeys of moving out or finding a place to live, and I thank God that it's the way it is for me because I have different goals than the majority of people, and I have different dreams and aspirations. So this worked out perfectly for me. I live with somebody who wants to do YouTube really bad and just as bad as I do. We've been talking about ideas and a lot of stuff that's in the works behind the scenes, and we live together now. So it's like it's perfect for me. You know what I'm saying? But everybody has a different path. Some people may have the money to just move out right away when they're 20, 21, 22, or whatever it is, whatever the case may be. But this is all information you have to know when you're ready to move out. How I was able to do it is I met Eli. It was already circumstances and stuff happening that allowed us to get a crib right away. We didn't have to go through. We bypassed a lot of the stuff that other people, it would have took them months upon months. It would have cost them thousands upon thousands. We were able to bypass that, but I don't want to get too deep into that. But that's how I was able to move out at 23, and I thank God every day. I love my family very deeply, and Lord knows when I'm set, I'm going to bless them tenfold, God's willing. But I needed to move out. I needed to start my journey, and this is where I'm at. So that's how I was able to move out at 23, and just a couple of tips on what to think about when you're ready to move out or how to move out. Like, it's a long process. It's going to be hard, but everybody's journey is different. But just make sure you have the baseline stuff that you need. Like, you have to have money saved up, or it's going to be really hard, or you're going to be working really hard and slaving away and not really enjoying you being able to move out or you moving out. You got to have money saved up. You got to have money saved up. You got to have money saved up, or you have to have a good source of income, or like either be working really hard. Like, it's just, you have to have money. That's what it really comes down to. You have to have money. You have to have a good support system. You have to have a strong mental. Like, it's a lot. But like I said, there's pros and cons. Like, I can walk into my crib, do what I want to do for the most part, and nobody says nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my own space. It's safe. I feel good when I can come in the crib and just sit down on the couch, watch TV. I don't have anybody telling me what to do this or that, whatever. I'm governing myself for the most part. It's pros and cons, but it's a lot to think about. If you guys want more tips and stuff and more in depth on like how I was really able to move out, like my whole story and stuff like that, I could probably get Eli, and we could sit down and talk about it, or I can make more videos on it. But make sure you like, comment, most importantly, subscribe. I hope I was able to get through to some of y'all today or help out in some way, shape, or form. And I'm out.